In this video, I'm going to show you some really good tricks and routes to use in the mountain map to get a little better at the game. So let me not waste your time and let's get started. So let's start off right away with number 1. You can actually steer using the ice, and I know most of you know this, but you don't turn your hand like this, you go back and forth like this. So it's actually really easy and you can make some really sharp turns. So like I want to turn here, look how sharp of a turn that was. I can angle myself up to stay up on the more slanted slippery walls longer, and that can help us with surfing, which I'll get on later in the video. The next thing is that even though when you hit off the slippery walls, you don't go very far, but like all the walls, if you get high enough, you can actually go pretty far by just hitting off of the slippery walls, which we'll get into. Juke that uses this later. Like, see, I was able to get really high, so I can juke some monkeys like that. And maybe, let's say I land on the ice. Now I can make this a route. The reason it's nice to do this with the slippery walls is because with the slippery walls, you could slide up them for a little bit. So like, I could slide up this, then hit off of it, giving you more height. Now, a place we can use this is right over here, and this is a really useful juke that I actually use a lot. So if you're getting chased by tigers, just keep running, and if you're in the middle of 2 slants, so you can do this here or up here. And I'll tell you the difference between doing it down there and up here. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna jump as high as possible, and then you're gonna lift your hand up as high as possible, and you're gonna hit off of that. What this allows you to do is you'll land right in this corner. My arms are long enough. You'll land right in that corner right there. What we can do with that is hit the ground really hard, and we'll jump up there. So if you're getting chased and you all of a sudden do this, you're all the way over here, and they don't know how to do it. Most people I juke, they'll jump at me, and then they'll slide all the way back down, and now you're safe from all the lava monkeys that were chasing you. If there was someone right here, though, they'll see you and start running up this way. So it's not ideal, and the moment you get up there, you want to start running. So if you're down here, you'll notice it's actually a lot taller. From the ground to the top, it's a lot taller. So I can't simply just bounce off of this and jump up. I simply can't reach it. So in this area, if you're getting chased and you jump off, and once you're here, you're gonna hit the ground and then slide up the side, and that looks like this. You slide up the side like this. So what we just did was surf. That can be kind of difficult, and I'm gonna get on how to do that in a minute. But the easier way to do it is instead of just jumping like we did up there, we're gonna slide using our body. So we're gonna jump and move our hands out of the way and use our body. So we're gonna like this. Jump and then use our body, and we automatically slide up here and we can grab the top, and there we go. Number 4 is wall surfing. Now wall surfing is kind of basically just attaching to the wall and sliding all the way down across it. The way you do this is you're going to line yourself up with this point right here. That way you get the right angle to jump at the wall, because we want to jump at the wall at that kind of angle. Then we're going to angle our hand this much parallel to the wall, so like this. And we're going to angle it like this. So when we jump at it, we're like this. See how that didn't work? We need a little more speed and less height on our hand. So go like this. So there, now we've attached to the wall. But you notice we went down. Basically the movement is we go up and then down. So what we do when we get down here is we lift our hand up. Because if we're sliding and we go down and our hand is there, it's gonna stop all our speed. So the way we do this is simply by lifting your hand up when we get to the bottom. And then I'll get on to how you can get really high up there. You'll know you're completed when you go down and then start to go back up and all the way around the map. So let's see. This, lift our hand up, we're hooked, and now look, we're going all the way up this wall. Turn in real life. Look at that speed. And now we're all the way over here. We completely juked those tigers who were trying to get us. Now, if we're gonna go super high, the moment we get down there, if we wanna go up, we start slowly. And I mean like this much. We barely tilt our hand up. So let's do all the motions. Line ourselves up, tilt our hand, put it here. So we go down, and then we start tilting our hand up more. See this? And look how much higher we go. Now this is great. We've juked the tigers. We're all the way over here. They were up there. But what if they can wall surf? Now they're coming at you and you have to run. The place that I notice most people get caught is this right here. This slant, it's really hard to go fast up it. We can gallop by jumping alternating hands. So instead of just like this, we can turn to the side, kind of like a motorcycle. We're just spinning 2 wheels. And the faster we go, because there's a max speed in Growth Tag, we can get this speed down to 1 hand, which is really hard, but you have to spin your hand really fast. Now that we know this, we can move on to number 6. Number 6 is getting up there really fast. Literally, all we have to do is jump up here and do this. While it looks easy, it's actually quite difficult, so let me show you how to do it. The reason it's difficult is because you have to tilt your head, because your head has a hitbox and we need to move that out of the way. So when we jump up here, we're jumping up on this part right here, we're flinging back and we're hooking our hand around. But look, my head gets in the way. So what we have to do is we have to tilt our head out of the way and then hook around. So if we do this without bending our head out of the way, we'll hit it. But if we do it with bending our head out of the way, we can hook our hand around. It might be easier with longer arms, but normally I only end up using this much arm length. So if we tilt our head out of the way and we hook around, we make it to the first one. Next part here is instead of doing the same thing, we're gonna jump on this part right here. So we're gonna jump like this at an angle, because you'll notice there's a ceiling above us. We have to go in that angle. So we have to jump at an angle like this. It can be more difficult. Now you're up here super fast, and this can be an insane juke because the time it takes to walk up here compared to just doing that, insane time save. Now take into account that our head has a hitbox, we can get the max amount of speed in the slide. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna be running. Even though there's no friction, it'll build up a lot of speed. We'll be running inside the slide, like basically like this, but we don't want our head to hit the top. So while turning, we're gonna put our hands on the side, keeping our head off from any surfaces. So we're gonna jump in. That's not a great start. So we're going to jump in, start running to build up speed. And then once we get to the turns, we're going to try and keep our head away. Try and jump up to the top. There's a lot of turns here. It's kind of difficult, but you can get insane speed. And look how far we slingshotted. So if someone was waiting for us there, they have no idea where we just went. But if they do know, they're way behind us. Now you have a few tips and tricks just to be a little better at the game. I hope you enjoyed and this was useful. Bye.